Welcome to News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now, the news for August 13th, 2021. I'm not going to do the whole show in that voice because my voice is almost gone. We actually just finished Thursday night. We had WDW News Tonight, a very special episode. We celebrated the 483rd birthday of the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, or SEA. We invite you to watch that at your leisure right here on the WDW News Today YouTube channel. Please give it a watch. A lot of hard work went into it. We think we had a good time. I think you'll have a good time watching it. So again, WDW News Today, watch it every Thursday, but be sure to go back right now, maybe after you finish this show, and watch last night's SEA special, a good time, and you get to see me for 2 hours do this character. And I'm gonna wear it the rest of the show, so here we go. I'm gonna put this away though. All right, that goes over there, great. The third, hopefully you can take the news seriously at this point. The third quarter of the fiscal year has closed and Disney has released their Q3 2021 results. In the earnings call, the company announced a $17.02 billion revenue. That's up from the expected $16.76 billion that they thought they were going to have. Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products reported revenue of $4.3 billion, an increase of 100% over Q3 2020, which isn't shocking, but $1 billion more than the last quarter. Domestic parks posted a profit of $2 million. That's their first profit since the pandemic began. Meanwhile, international parks did have a loss of $210 million. Many of them were still closed, specifically Disneyland Paris during that time. Disney parks worldwide were all open during Q3, and domestic parks increased capacity, leading to higher attendance and guest spending as well, is what Disney had to say. During the earnings call, Disney CEO Bob Chapek said, quote, guests will spend less time in line and more time having fun. When he explained Disney Genie, he discussed the guest-centric services that Disney has been developing for years, including the Magic Key program, but specifically really about this Genie app. He noted a significant investment into Disney Genie to enable guests to, quote, more easily and efficiently navigate everything the parks have to offer. And he also promised more details soon. I feel like we've been promised more details soon on Disney Genie for years now. The company hopes to provide a user-friendly app allowing for a more personalized and customized experience for guests, putting them in control with more flexibility and choice. Chapek said Disney Genie is, quote, transformational, calling it the My Magic Plus program on steroids. It will use consumer preferences, given what we know from them, blended with industrial engineering data based on how our park is operating that day, to make suggestions on the fly. He also noted it'll lead to substantial commercial opportunities. It has, of course, been long rumored that Disney Genie will lean heavily into Disney Premier Access, that paid Fast Pass service. It is expected all that's going to launch together at once. What that date will be, we don't know yet. While the international parks posted a loss, the U.S. parks saw their first profitable quarter since the pandemic began. Walt Disney World has been at or near capacity consistently. And Chief Financial Officer Christine McCarthy also confirmed that both domestic resorts have been steadily increasing capacity over the last quarter and will continue to do so. Disneyland has seen attendance increases as well, especially following the June 15th lifting of restrictions in California. Chapek said the company is not concerned about the effects of the Delta variant either on park attendance because they are seeing strong demand from consumers. The Park Pass reservation system for the rest of the year are above Q3 levels, showing a steady increase in demand despite the resurgence in cases. McCarthy also noted that guest spending has increased across the domestic parks as well as at Disneyland Paris even before they closed, levels of higher than before they closed. Merchandise revenue was driven by Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and Avengers Campus, according to Disney, but who knows how much you want to buy into that it was solely responsible. According to a report from the Orlando Sentinel, there has been a COVID-19 outbreak at Walt Disney World's local Reedy Creek Fire Department, but first responders are not receiving support. 2 employees tested positive at the end of July, and 10 total have contracted COVID-19. At least 2 have tested positive, were already vaccinated. President of the Reedy Creek Firefighters Association, John Shurey, said that contact tracing revealed 90 out of 205 firefighters and paramedics on staff had been exposed to the virus. Employees at Reedy Creek are required to report a positive COVID-19 test to their department. They are also required to wear masks indoors and inside vehicles, but exposure, of course, is still possible. Employees do not receive workers' compensation for COVID-19 claims. They aren't granted sick days either, so they have to use personal time if sick or if they're exposed. As a result, many are going to work with possible COVID-19 symptoms, posing a risk for Walt Disney World at large. Ashuri said, quote, "That's not the kind of culture that we need to be encouraging. It would be a lot better if people could just honestly report when they're having symptoms. And that way they're not risking everybody's lives and safety with this." The union's communications director, Tim Stomness, said employees are not intentionally coming to work with symptoms, and that many who have been vaccinated, quote, "don't even know they have it." Erica Washington, communications director for the Reedy Creek Improvement District, said that the cases and exposures cited by the union are not correct, but could not release exact numbers. She did not confirm details about the sick leave policy or compensation claims to the Orlando Sentinel. Washington said in a statement, quote, "Since the beginning of the pandemic, the district has and will continue to follow health and safety guidance from the CDC and local health officials to help protect the health and wellness of district employees and the people we serve." Drama at Reedy Creek. This afternoon, Disney took to Instagram to share the latest Disney Fab 50 statue coming to the Magic Kingdom, Chip and Dale. Josh Peck, the star of the new series Turner and Hooch on Disney Plus, made the announcement in an Instagram story that the lovable chipmunks would have a sculpture in gold for the 50th anniversary of the park. The pavement in Tomorrowland has been under refurbishment as it's pulled out piece by piece to be replaced with new color scheme. Fantasyland had its rockwork pavement replaced in the spring, and now it's Adventureland's turn, and this one's pretty exciting. A strip of pavement in front of Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room was ripped up and replaced with green pavement. Why is this exciting? Well, because the green pavement goes back to the 1970s. It's how it originally used to look. In fact, when they built Tokyo Disneyland in 1983, they put the green pavement in, and to this day, Adventureland is all green on the ground in Tokyo, and it looks like going to go back to that a bit here in Florida. Very cool. Vice President of the Magic Kingdom, Melissa Valquette, spoke to the Orlando Sentinel recently and addressed the future reimagining of Splash Mountain into a ride based on The Princess and the Frog. Valquette confirmed the reimagining is still in development, noting that she is, quote, "in a lot of meetings regarding the attraction."
And of course, our guests haven't seen any changes yet. That's going to take some time. But the sequence of these things is that sometimes, the decisions can be made many months, even years before any of that will be seen on stage. So it's going to take us a little bit of time to reimagine Splash Mountain. But I can tell you behind the scenes that terrific work has been done, including some selections around music, around animatronics and music.
The reimagining is part of the ongoing inclusivity changes around the Disney parks, the most recent of which was the refurbishment of the Jungle Cruise on both coasts. And Splash Mountain obviously seems to be next in line. Oh no, who knows? Maybe something else will happen in between that. We'll see when it actually happens. The 50th anniversary of the Magic Kingdom is less than 2 months away, less than 50 days in fact, and the first merchandise collection for the world's most magical celebration has been released. The limited time pre-celebration line is mostly comprised of apparel, but also includes a travel tumbler, a magic band, a lithograph, and more. And it was quite the crowd at the Magic Kingdom yesterday morning to pick up this merchandise. It got pretty violent. One of our reporters had merchandise, they tried to take it out of her hand. It was wild. But if you want to check out the full collection, it's on our website. D23 Gold members will have the opportunity to preview Remy's Ratatouille Adventure at Epcot before it opens on October 1st. Preview dates will be September 4th and 5th. The ticket costs $75 per person, plus a $7 processing fee. They go on sale today, August 13th at 1 p.m. Eastern. The event includes more than just a ride preview, though. Morning refreshments will be served, followed by a special presentation about how Walt Disney Imagineering brought this Remy-sized adventure to life in a big way. Then members will be sampling new offerings from La Crêperie de Paris, and then taking a ride on Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Guests will also receive a commemorative gift. That countdown merchandise we talked about before wasn't the only 50th goods released today. In fact, the new pin set is helping us count down. It's the Countdown Series. The first 2 pins in the series were released at Pin Traders at Disney Springs yesterday. They're a limited edition of 3,000, and they feature recreations of Walt Disney World postcards from the past. These are super cool. 4 pins make up the series, with 2 released this week. 2 more will be released closer to the anniversary. 1 pin recreates the pre-opening postcard from Walt Disney World's Preview Center as a pin. It also features an artist's rendition of the resort that was, at the time, called Tempo Bay Resort Hotel, now Disney's Contemporary Resort. The second pin also recreates a postcard depicting Cinderella Castle. The postcard was the cover of a postcard set from 1971 featuring 26 colorful photos of the Vacation Kingdom. Photos in the set included an aerial view of the resort, the Nautilus in the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea submarine voyage, a family paddling canoes at Fort Wilderness, and more. These are very cool. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to WDWNT.com. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next trip. The best part, their services are free. Hotel, park tickets, dining, and more. They can even book you a cruise. You could visit WDWNT.travel for details. The Vacationeer, the official travel agency of WDWNT. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today here on YouTube for more ridiculous outfits, click the bell for notifications, and make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying to the rest of you today, have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. And of course, Congaloosh!
Welcome to Deep in the Plus. Each week, join host Rob Whiteside and a panel of Disney superfans as they take a different movie or TV show from the Disney Plus catalog, tell you its history, details, give their review, and let you know if it's worth your time. Current shows, classic movies, and everything in between. Watch Deep in the Plus live Tuesday nights at 9 Eastern for new episodes, or catch Deep in the Plus anytime on YouTube at unplanneddowntime.com.